Okay. Not capturing Chrome audio right now. Mm-hmm. Where the fuck did that thing just come from? I hope this is the entrance that I've been looking for. Three-way cave. Interesting. There's a hog here? Where do you want me to go? Here from afar. Is this a... Catch them emerging. Is this a whack-a-mole thing? Oh, it is. Or I can miss that. It won't render which one has... Oh, that one has a helmet on. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna come down here. Can I come down here? No? Okay. Going down there is throwing. Okay, I think we're gonna change to Austria. No! I fell! I don't want to talk about it. I don't have a good range class for this. I gotta be a little more committed with my shots. Okay. I need to break these crystals as well, just not during this. Yeah, I can throw a couple shots down there. Is this a golem or is this a rock? Alright, it's a rock. Okay. Back to trying to figure out the entrance to this dungeon. As I'm running through this cave and going the opposite direction. I mean, it's up here, but it's underneath. It looks like this is somewhere I could walk, so I guess we'll go to the statue. Okay. So it looks like there's a cave entrance here. I'll mark this for now. However, the statue is up, so we go up. All right. Ooh, key chest. Got that piece there. Can I pick these up while I'm holding this? I sure can. All right, cool. Oh, it was only 2 pieces. That's very convenient. Okay. So the dungeon is here. Right? But there's kind of a cave entrance this way. Is it through this cave? Wait, let me get the chest. Always open it from behind. Seems like this might be the area that I should be going to. Some spiders. That seems to be just leading to the statue. Well, how am I supposed to get to... Oh, this is just this area right here. I was already right next to the statue. How am I going to get to this, though? I don't think it's underground. I think it's just in an area that I don't know there's an opening to. It's over here. This is a dragon nest. Literally. Like, no pun intended. That's just straight up a dragon. There's also a dragon that's flying around. I could probably kill him, but I really don't feel like doing that right now. Ooh, squirrel. Die. Got it. I'm still on the hunt for squirrels. I don't know how many I have left to kill, but I know I have not killed 100. Okay, so what do we have here? We have this. So I'm trying to think. So there's this section here. There's a walkway here. Do I go there and walk through? Because it's way down low compared to where I am. Ooh, a mole. Wait, I need that. We're getting sidetracked again. These are annoying to find. Alright, and now we shoot. I swear I shot at that one. Okay, so there's this here. This is like way up, I guess. Is this the dragon nest? Or at least does this lead to the dragon nest? I don't think there's a way down through here. This leads to the dragon nest. Okay. Because there's the nest. How? Okay, so we've got that down there. There's got to be a way to get to there. Ow! That thing hurts. We run away. Okay, let's get the... You know what? I'm here. I'm close by to it. We'll get the warp point. It seems to be either in here or on top of the mountain. It's in here. It means, I assume, since this is a lot of cave stuff. Earth splitting thing. Okay, we're gonna mark this guy for the future. That seems like a little bit of a mini boss. I don't want to do that. I need these for crafting. Been slacking on getting purple crystals. Hello? Can I not be stuck on things? Thank you. Okay, it's definitely got to be underground. It's in some way. So there's got to be like a cave entrance. It'll take me straight to it. Another dragon. No problem there. Ow. Except for when it does all of my health in one shot. Alright, noted. That's another dragon. Just kind of casually run by that one. Slow walk, get some stamina back. I feel like this is an area I was already at. No? This seems unfamiliar. It goes down, though. I feel like I'm heading in the right direction. Yep, there's the dungeon. Okay. Noted. Ooh, there's a lot of purple crystals around this dungeon. That is amazing. Can you get up that, please? Thank you. Purple crystal. Grab the chest. Go ahead and grab the other crystals around the dungeon. Oh, some more up here. There's a lot of purple crystals here. I'll have to mark this as somewhere I can mine a good amount of certain mats at. Is that a dragon? No, that's just a worm. Just a couple worms. Okay. I'm actually going to mark this. I have a feeling that those mats are going to be very useful. I'm just going to mark it as mining at this dungeon spot, just so I know that this is a good spot for those. It would be neat if I could change the color of the icon. This is like, what, level 60? Yeah, level 60. I would like to change the color of the icon. Oblivion Crystal. I am dying. I am dying. What? Huh? Did I just, like, shove it through the ground? What did that do? Oblivion Crystal. Edit. Please enter a name. What? Oh, there. Okay, so that tells me those are Oblivion Crystal spawns. Great. I don't know what this is here for. That is side quest guy. This is entrance to an area that I don't need anymore. Nothing. Oh, there's a... I guess we're going to track that. I'm going to try to fly there. First, let's go to the statue and res. And then I'll fly over in that direction. Grab here. Go ahead and warp. Okay. The wind wants me to go this direction, so we'll take this and we'll head over. Actually going to drop down. Stop flying. I'm going to drop down to here. And abuse the boost jump momentum. You boost jump off a ledge, the momentum stacks. And you glide dash, and it keeps all of it. The longer you fall, the more momentum you get out of it, which is super, super good for movement. Okay, we're now headed over here, which means we're going to warp point here. This is not outside. Ooh, hold on a second, though. There's some purple rocks here. Some Oblivion crystals. I need those. That's like the one crystal I'm really low on right now. This wants me to take out the elite worm, which I am not ready to do. I think those are also the new crystals that give you the straight crafting crystals, so those will be useful to have in the future. Okay, so I am tracking. Where are we going? This direction. Okay, so we're going to get up to a high point. Probably this peak next to the dragon that's currently flying around. Yeah. And, boost jump. Little fall damage. That's okay. I should be safe up here from the dragon. Let me go ahead and check my codex. I got a new Karma Familiar. I want to check my... So I've got the Flying Squirrel. There's one squirrel. I'm at 41 out of 100 squirrels. And then this is promoted to advanced craft 100 equipment. Okay. These are DLC. Pretty sure these are both DLC. Purchase DLC, purchase DLC. Yeah. I'm pretty sure all of the additional wolves are DLC except for this one. This veteran upgrade. Elite DLC. Defeat 30 world bosses. I will definitely have to do some world boss grinding for this guy. No problem with that. And I don't need this mount because there is a mod to give this mount to all of your characters. Or to all of your mounts. It does exist. I learned what it does. It just allows you... So when you're gliding and like use the glide sprint skill, you can actually like aim upwards and go up into the air. It's neat because then you can like glide up to the top of a mountain rather than climbing the mountain. But also it eats your stamina really quick, so... Where is that? Oop, that's not a boost jump. Here we go. Get some momentum. And these are within level range to actually kill. Oh, they're throwing axes at me. I'll do this puzzle really quick. So it wants me to get this over here, but I can't push it up here because this is a lip, right? Can't push it up that, which means I've got to push it. Just gotta take the time to push it in a, I guess, a big ass circle. Hopefully it lets me push it through here. No. Can I push it through the sand? Oh, you can. Okay, cool. Literally just a little bit of a pushing. Nothing too difficult. There we go. Treasure map. I need those. Alright, so we've got the warp just right down below. Probably... How far away is it now? I'm pulling a lot of aggro here. Is it here? Where is it? Am I dumb? The answer is yes. The answer is I am dumb. I will fully accept that. Okay, where is the thing? Did it stop tracking it because I'm nearby? No, it's still tracking. I'm too close for it to show me. Okay, so it's just like straight below. What? How do I get to it then? Is there an opening here that I'm missing? Probably on the other side. Ah. Is it somewhere in here? It's even farther down. Can I go farther down? Interesting. Either way, it's right below where I'm currently located. So there's something that I am missing here. A lever. Is there another entrance I can take? That was a chest. I'm honestly not sure. I feel like I'm definitely missing something here. I have to come back to this, I guess. Is that no, that's also underneath. That means there's definitely an entrance somewhere that I'm missing. Okay, I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask to find the gravestone. I know where the gravestone is. We just ran by it. Yeah, it's at the front entrance spot. It's like, oh, there's a chest right here. So there's a gravestone's here, right? No, it's not. It's not that one. I have no clue where an entrance would be. I feel like it should be in this area. There should just be a way to go down, other than the one room that I found, because it didn't look like I can interact with anything there. Oh, that's a lot of stuff right here. Oh, there's 3 chests just chilling here? Sure. Or I can just take a bunch of damage. I feel like I should get the exclusive karma for Donna. However you say her name. Because it makes the tornado generate... Is it? I think it's a tornado. Generate ice that does damage for everything standing inside of it. Which just seems really good. That skill. It's even stronger. I'll have an issue with that. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Exchange karmas, exclusive karma. Because this one has Eternal Blizzard. So when the Blizzard skill that I use on Q stops, it says when the skill ends, the storm moves towards the nearest enemy. If the enemy is defeated, it doesn't move. But like, the skill works in two ways. You can either cast a tornado and animation cancel it, so that you're able to also move around and freely attack, which is when I think it starts to chase nearby enemies. Or you full cast it, which means you're flying in the air, channeling it the entire time. When you're done channeling it, you slam into the ground and do damage around it as well. And then the other way, it's just you cast it and then character swap, because it makes you immune to damage while you're in the character, while the character is not the active one playing. Which means you have the benefit of the channeling casting, dealing damage for a long period of time, while controlling a completely different character to do even more damage and have more access to skills. Which sounds okay. I don't think it'd be a good first one, though. And then this one, when Chaco summoned, frost spikes rise at the summoning point, depending on the size of the ice clump on its back. So whenever I summon it into a boss, because it does a bunch of break on it does a lot of shield break on land, but it would compound that by summoning a bunch of spikes underneath the boss as well, or the mobs when I summon it into him, which sounds nice. I don't have this guy yet. I don't know if I want this on that either. But the other thing is the Eternal Blizzard Karma comes with armor penetration and attack power and frost damage, which is cool and all, but then the karma that's currently on it is I believe crit rate. What does she currently have on as karma? What's your karma? This one, which is crit hit chance and frost additional damage. Which, if I'm not mistaken, goes up like 30%. We got rock splitting ice. Because like if we do this and look, can I look at it? No? Hold on, let me look at this, because you can check the karma on its progression somehow, right? Because you can do this. You go 5-star, which is fine. It's the Ascension. Yeah. This is the Ascension part. Because when you go to Ascension 6, it's 35% crit hit rate and 30% additional damage. But I don't get the armor penetration from the class specific, from the class exclusive. So I'm not sure which one I want to do just yet. Okay, so these are underground. I have no idea how I'm going to get to those just yet. I might be able to come like back here and go underground. Or there's just something I'm missing there puzzle-wise. The dungeon's just up top here, so I can grab that. I just saw that chest in that window as well. Is it up here? Oh, the dungeon. The statue's up here. I may need to be right back, though, in just a moment. Take like a 10-15 minute break. I need to get something taken care of real quick. What the hell is that thing? It looks like a lich. If I was to assume that's what a lich was, that's what it is. There's definitely a third statue piece. Oh, yeah, no, we're just gonna walk away from that. Ah, it's a boss bar. Okay, I am gonna have to be right back, though. Let me come over here. Alright, you guys have to give me just a moment. I need to be right back. I'm gonna go to the title screen super quick. Let me get my timer up and running. Okay, be right back. Start. Okay, I'll be right back. I apologize for this. It's gonna take a few minutes. 1 hour startup screen? No. I went to the title screen before I AFK'd just to make sure I didn't come back dead. I found a unintentional boss before I had to step away for a moment. What's up, King? How was your Monday? Oh, look, there's the last piece. Next to the chest behind the statue. It's a 4-piece? It's a 4-piece. Okay. Well, then where's the 4th piece at? Ooh, there's a mole back here. Marmot. Not a mole. Oh, there's so many. Oh, I almost shot the one with the flag. Nice. Okay, now to find this last piece of the statue. Is it actually inside? I'm not seeing anything outside for it. Oh, and I pulled aggro on the boss, and it's chilling right here. Alright. I must stay alive while this thing throws homing projectiles at me. Oh, and it can teleport. Good to know. Okay. That is good. So I could not find the entrance to these two. I can check the backside down here under the bridge where there could be an entrance. But it doesn't look like that's it. Because this all just goes up and leads away from where I would like to. So there's a dungeon and a warp point underground here. There is a way to get underground. I believe through the entrance here. But it doesn't go down far enough. It stops here, which makes me feel like this is a puzzle. In some way, this is a puzzle. and I don't understand it. There's a glowy bit here. Is that just from... I don't know why that's glowing. That is also glowing. From, I guess, the reflection of fire? I don't know. There's no lever in the room surroundings. At least not that I saw earlier. There is this, though. That's definitely the warp point. So the warp point here is that, but down a floor. And I'm not quite sure how to go down a floor. Or what would cause this to open. Or for one of the doors to unlock. I assume the dungeon is down there as well. But if there's an entrance on the left side, I wonder if there's another entrance on the right side? Didn't look like there was, but there could be. No entrance over here. Doesn't look like there's anything over here. It doesn't look like there's anything that leads downwards this direction, is there? Bookshelves. Bunch of skeletons. This just goes up to the bridge. I'm not even seeing anything to, like, interact with. This is just some grave plants. These just lead up to the same area. Oh, okay. I still don't understand how to go farther down. Is there something that I'm missing? I already did this puzzle. That just gave me the chest. And this is just the room that I was in. But I can't put out the fires. I have no clue. There's something about this room that has to be... to open it? I can't exit through that. It doesn't look like there's even anything to interact with. Something with the ceiling that I need to do? Doesn't look like it. There's just, I mean, there's a chest. That's not help, I don't think. Nothing on this side. I genuinely have no clue. There's something behind the bookshelves destroyable? It doesn't look like they're destroyable. That has done nothing. I have genuinely no clue. I guess I'll have to come back to this in the future? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something very obvious, but I don't see anything that I'm missing. Or that I would miss. Like, there's... None of the bookshelves are destroyable. I just expected to kill this entire area? Like, I don't... I am definitely missing something. Does it have to do with being in the other side where that boss is at? Can I go farther down? I think that's the only area I have not fully checked. Sneak in this way. Doesn't look like there's any way to go down farther. This just leads up to the boss. Yeah, there's not a way to go down farther here. So it has to do with that room. But what? I genuinely do not know. Yep, I've got no clue. I don't know what else to try. Eh, hmm. Doesn't seem to be anything behind the bookshelves either. Because it's just all wall. That's all wall. Yep. Oh well. Not gonna waste more time on that. And I can track this and I guess try and fly from here. It looks like both of these are going to be underground again. Get on top of the statue bit. If this isn't underground, I have a feeling this is, though. But it seems like I just need to walk through this zone. It should be right there. It's definitely underground. How far down is the question? Is that it right there? No. Is... Where? Is it up now? A chest. Right here. Okay. Let me get behind it so I don't get attacked by anything. Okay. So next up is this one, which will go from, I believe, the statue. I'm gonna land behind it back here. Just so I don't pull aggro. Did that just say activate dungeon gates? What? Was that all of the dungeons? Activated dungeon gates. But there's still 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still like 4 gates left. What do you mean I've activated the gates? And there's still this one here too. Odd, but okay. Let's go ahead and I guess teleport here. Track this one. And I'll take the momentum from this, even though I've got to redirect it. So we're gonna head over to this one. To track this. Where are we headed? This direction. All right. I'm going to track this, warp to this. Oh, that was a very close. Was that a javelin or I think it was a javelin. That is level 60 and is going to be very tanky. Use that to hold aggro. Oh, that's just an entire cluster of golems. This could be really good for mining. There's quite a lot of crystals nearby, a lot of golems. Not necessarily a bad thing. Go ahead and get rid of these. Stay out of range. Okay. Well, there's that. Looks like I've got another javelin over here. Let me go ahead and just take care of that from a distance. At least get the armor break on it. Okay. There we go. Also going to mark this place as mining because there's a lot of stuff here. Like a lot. Alright, we're looking for another statue piece. That's going to pull javelin aggro. That's okay. A lot of golems. More javelins. Where's the other piece though? That's the real question. I need to get up higher. That should not have hit me, but okay. We've got the statue there. I don't see any other pieces. I see any more if I'm from over here? Ah, there's the third piece. It's up on top of the statue itself. Is it only a 3-piece, or am I looking for a 4th now? Just a 3-piece. Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna remember this spot, because that's, oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Much easier than I expected it to be. And the statue's back. Very nice. Okay, so now we are headed over to this spot here. Just going to teleport up to this so I can glide off. Oh, wait. We're doing this first. Alrighty. Where is everybody hiding? There's one. There's something about tight spaces. So definitely going to be checking, like, the back side of things. Yeah, because there's that little guy there. There's definitely going to be somebody back here, I would assume. Any back in these corners? No? Okay. I hear... Here? Oh, there's someone over here. Behind this? Yep. Alright, where's the last one? Somewhere on the right? That's cheating. I didn't know you could open that door. Alright. Warp point obtained. Now we're going to head over to here. Okay. How many pieces is this? 2 piece. Okay. We're looking for 2 pieces. Also, it is storming pretty good here. If for some reason the stream randomly disappears, I either lost internet or power or both. Just some slimes. I'll take care of these really quick. They're level 60, but they shouldn't be too big of a deal. Where did he just go? And the slime swimmer is at death. I don't know, but they're very tanky. I mean, they are level 60. I probably have damage reduction on them. There we go. Grab this. Some aqua lilies. And continuing to look for that second statue piece. It couldn't be too far away from the statue. I'm gonna ignore that while I look for the statue. I'll just remember he's up here. Where? That's a different kind of bee. I haven't seen that one before. Am I just like super blind that I've been missing the giant orange beam that radiates off of the pieces? I am, because it's right there. And there's also a chest back here. Alright, so we've got that. It's always good. Grab this chest. Very nice. So that Marmot's going to actually be most likely, depending, since it's placed on a cliff edge, it is going to be a flight one that's going to send me a distance a ways. So I'm going to activate the dungeon before I go do that mini game there. Okay, so we've got this is next. However, I'm gonna go do that Marmot up on the cliffside next to the bridge. Was it next to the bridge? It was over here somewhere. I'll find it. Yeah, he's right here. Jump on familiar and fly to the destination. I've not seen a downwards one of these before. There's probably way faster ways to do this. by just completely ignoring the additional rings past the required limit. Okay, so we're way back here now, which is fine. However, we're going here. Basically, I should be able to make it there with just a boost jump. Ignore that. I wanted to ignore that. That's okay. I have too much momentum. Nice little village here. Alright. We're going to go to this one first because it's a distance away. Track. Warp. Actually, I should be able to make it from just here. Okay. Now we're headed back over here for this one, and then we'll do the statue. Hold on. We're doing this first. I will end up forgetting it is here. Okay, so when they're in camps or in towns, it's typically the shooting minigame one. And when they're outside, they're typically on cliff edges, and it's the flying minigame, which might end up helping me find where they spawn in general, or where they're located in general. Okay. And now we're headed down to this one. Warp point obtained. Track and warp. Can I like just drop it down and then... Yep. Alright, cool. Okay, so that's one piece. Glide around a little bit. Oh, the other piece is inside this. Looks like this is also just a 2-piece. It might be a 3. Doesn't seem like it, though. It is. Okay. Where would that extra piece be? Is it in the Knoll camp? Doesn't seem like it. Let me grab this chest under here. We'll take this up. Anything to show me where another piece would be? entire camp is level 60. Not a big deal, but... Ow. Over here on one of these, like, little... There it is. Good blind spot right there. Okay. Sorry, I was just making sure that everything was still functioning and that I needed to be. Okay, so I've got a statue and looks like 3 warp points to go. These are probably going to be accessible from this one here. And then these are going to be a little bit of a run. So we're going to start here. Actually, this might be the good spot because this looks like a very high area. You can get some momentum from jumping. I didn't track it. Go ahead and track. Okay. So it's pretty high up. But we'll at least be able to get some momentum from this fall right here. Go over there pretty quickly. Hit the airstream over here if I can. Purple goblins are new. Oh, and those are gold goblins. Interesting. Alright. I should be able to head straight into here, because it doesn't look like it's underground or anything. Let me just get up to a higher point. My bedroom lights just flickered. That's concerning. I'm surprised there's no chest there. Alright, dungeon's just right out front. Casually land on the tree. Alright. The final 3. Not really the final 3. I've still got these 2 up here, but I've got no clue how to get to those. So I'm going to get those at a later date. Then I can continue doing my story stuff. Let's go ahead and do this. Get the momentum. Okay. Like Harpy's Nest. the statue just here. Alright. Where are these pieces? It looks like it's just a 2-piece. It's 3. Okay. I'm up and make sure there's nothing just directly above it or behind it. Okay. Okay. Anything up here? Oh, but there's the rock that I need. Vein crystals, that's what they're called. Okay. Okay, there's one piece. Second piece is in the tree. I can see that one now. So there's 2, which means the third is probably over here on this side. It might be behind that breakable rock down there. Let's find out. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Did not. Can I just make it from up here then? No, too much fall off. Just a chest. Where would the third piece be? Possibly behind this, right here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Looks like they're all in trees. There's probably a piece in a tree somewhere, at least. You saw it? Are you talking about this one? Because that's just the second piece. Base of the tree to the left. Okay. I will take a look. At the base of the tree. Oh, yep. No, you're right. I had a feeling it was in this direction, but when I was up on top of there, it wasn't glowing. So I was right with my estimate of where it would be. Here we go. All of the goddess statues done. And then we've got this little guy right here. We will get from... I want to say here might be a better straight flight. What level am I now? 40. Well, my level here is 30. The character level is 40. I didn't progress any of the story yesterday. I actually was, like, insanely tired and only played for maybe 2 hours doing side quest stuff and some, like, very minor exploration. And then I ended up going to sleep for about, in total, 15 hours yesterday. Like, I went to bed at 8 after I don't know. I could feel my eyes dry and throbbing. They just were not in a happy spot. So I was like, okay, let's just go lay down in bed in the dark. And I fell asleep for like 2 hours. And then I got out of bed, and it wasn't any better. But I played like an hour-ish, I think, of this, running around, collecting some stuff. And then I was like, all right, it's like 8:30. I'm going back to bed. And the next thing I knew is I woke up at 5:30. And I was still really tired. So I just went back to sleep, and I didn't get up for another 4 hours later. So like I guess I needed a lot of sleep, because I do feel like way better today. But this is the only exploration stuff that I don't have, purely because they are underground. I do not know how to get underground. The room in this area that goes under the thing has like okay, there's a room in this area. It goes underground. It's 10 meters above the warp point. It looks like the doors should open. I don't know how they open. I ran circles in this area for like 20 minutes. No idea. And to get to the dungeon, you have to go through the room in here to get to the dungeon. Like, these are the only two I don't understand. How many characters do I have unlocked now? I think I'm missing 4. Who am I missing? Not there. We can check exchange. I'm missing a lot more than 4. I'm missing 6. But I'm almost done with all of the bond quests. All I have are ands. Is the king the level 40 story unlock? Yes. Yes, he is. Where is he? He's right here. Alright, let me turn on auto so I can read things. Ice Guy is the last story one. There's more than just the Ice Guy that I'm missing, I think. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be so far back in the story, but it's fine.
좋지 못한 결말이라고 할 수 있지만 그래도 저는 만족하셨다고 생각해요. 그거랑은 별개로 우리는 죽을 뻔했지만 말이야.
그건 내가 대신 사과하지. 그래도 바르두크에게 마지막을 선물한 게 자네들이라 다행이라고 생각하고 있네.
Something that I'm going to question. And if you don't know about the story up to this point, I don't think it's any spoilery. It has been confirmed on multiple occasions up until this point that we have slain multiple dragons, yet still haven't been given the title Dragonsword.
그러고 보니 자네들이 마지막을 함께한 6영웅만 벌써 2이로군. 6영웅의 마지막을 장식하는 취미라도 있는 건 아니겠지?
아이, 그 끔찍한 소리 좀 하지 마셔. 아무리 그래도 그런 일 2번은 못 합니다.
농담일세. 내 마지막은 이미 정해두었으니 걱정하지 말게.
Guild's trolling for sure.
에발트님, 진용과 싸워서 저희가 이길 수 있을까요?
솔직히 말하자면 별로 자신은 없네. 노력해봐야겠지.
네? 에발트님도요?
유경우인이 뭐니 해도 결국엔 인간일세. 자네도 알다시피 유경우이 그리 고결한 존재는 아니지 않나.
I also want to point out something else that I've noticed. It doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny. Every single person that has an eye injury, it's always on their left eye. Left eye?
나나, 이제 내
Everybody with an eye injury, it's always left eye. It's never their right eye.
이렇게 혼자 남으니 그때가 더 후회되는군. 이럴 줄 알았으면 자네 단장 말대로 동료들에게 좀 더 잘할 걸 그랬네.
에발트님...
나는 아직도 육영웅이 이해가 되지 않는다.
Left eye.
하지만 이런
Right?
상황에서까지 그런
Why is it his left eye?
그리고 아직은 혼자가 아니다. 적어도 왕국의 병사들과 국왕은 네 곁에 있지 않나. 무엇보다 나만한 사람이 되는 건 쉬운 일이 아니다.
그렇군. 자네 말이 맞네. 그럼 조금만 더 힘내서 자네처럼 돼보도록 하지.
잠깐만, 무슨 일이 있는 모양이야. 저쪽에서 병사가 달려오고 있어.
에발트님, 용숭배자.
See, is it not just me? Am I crazy?
얼려버릴 걸.
Because you look at anybody with a face injury.
내 차례야?
His technically isn't a face injury, but during the cutscene, what eye does it extends into? His left eye.
좁히는 건 내 특...
용병단 자금과
오르비스의 힘, 이 몸이
Face injury, left eye. What is with the left eye? Yeah, the map opened up almost all the way on day 2. So this is the map that we have. This that you can see here, I'm pretty sure is content that was planned and never finished because they had to transition to a single player game rather than the live service that we were originally intended to get, was the live service gacha. We may never get this. Just so you know. This may never happen. Unless the game does like really well and they have the ability to continue developing for it.
무슨 일인가? 차분하게 말해보게.
현재 오르비스 왕국 각 지역에서 용숭배자들이 마물을 이끌고 다니고 있습니다. 생각보다 강한 마물은 없어서 아직 큰 피해는 없습니다만 무슨 목적인지 소수의 인원으로 산기하여 활개를 치고 있어 정확한 목표 지점을 확인하기 어렵습니다.
왕성은 어떻게 되었나? 주민들은 무사한가?
네, 왕성에는 성녀님이 계시기도 하고 오필리아 학교에서 지원을 하고 있어 안전한 편입니다.
그럼 요새는? 요새를 노리던 게 아니었어?
추측입니다만 용숭배자는 저희와 전면전을 하려는 것 같습니다.
이렇게 준비를 해놓고 요새 공략을 포기하겠다고? 그건 말이 안 돼. 무슨 다른 목적이...
에발트님, 죄송합니다. 결계를 지키지 못했습니다.
그게 무슨 말인가? 결계를 지키지 못했다니.
용숭배자가 교단의 결계석에도 접근을 했습니다. 당연히 교단의 사제가 아니라면 결계석을 지키는 입구도 열 수 없습니다만 결계석 입구를 봉인하는 교단의 술식이 파괴되었습니다.
교단의 술식이 파괴되었다고요? 그럼 결계석은?
최선을 다해 막아봤습니다만 죄송합니다.
요새를 노리는 걸 포기한 게 아니야. 요새를 노리기 위해 더 큰 것을 준비하는 거였어.
성녀님은 준비를 해야 한다고 하셨습니다. 진룡을 맞이할 준비를요.
Can't find the entrance into Skyridge. Skyridge? Oh, up here? The entrance, there's a couple, because you can take this from the Misty Vale. There's like the little opening here you can sneak your way into, but it's primarily through the left side of Autumn Leaf Zone. Through here. Have faith in HAL 13, a good company. We'll get updates and map expansions, play some of their older games. So the thing is because one, they got sued, two, they lost their contract with Webzen and got screwed out of it really hard. The dev team, they had to lay off, I think, over half of the dev team. And what you call it? They have stated they will only be able to make additional content for the game if the game sells enough. Because they genuinely do not have the funds to maintain development for this game anymore. So there's just a lot. Unfortunately, it's not a good spot for them to be in currently. But no, I do believe in the developers, since the main core of Hound 13 is the original Dragon Nest developers, which Dragon Nest is one of my favorite MMOs to date. You're talking about this dungeon entrance? This one took me a few minutes to find. There's a cave entrance you need to find. Because it's literally in a cave. A lot of people seem to be buying the game. Yeah, it's doing really well. I expected it to do well. But this one took me a few minutes to find. Ooh, hold on, there's a chest here. Oh yeah, it's really deep in. Alright, here you go. Here's the entrance. It's right behind the sleeping dragon on the map. It's this spot right here. So you have to sneak your way past the dragon and just keep running through until you find the big hole down the center, and you'll find it pretty quickly. Yeah, you're welcome. I was genuinely bummed. I stayed up really late one night doing this entire quest line. And I was genuinely enjoying the quest line. And then you get... I'm not going to mention anything about the quest line in general. You get to the last area, the last section of the quest, and you're like, okay, how is this going to end? And then they fully cliffhanger it with no information past of what actually happens. And I'm furious that there was no closure for the quest. Like, the quest ends and you just continue playing the game as if it never ended, or as if nothing ever happened. Like, it kind of bothers me.
에발트님? 괜찮으신가요? 아니, 이게 어떻게 된 거야? 거긴 교단의 사제가 아니면 열 수 없다며!
그렇군. 그들은 애초에 요새 결계석이 목표가 아니었던 건가?
저희가 잘못 알고 있었던 건가요?
아니세. 그들은 요새를 노리는 게 맞네. 다만 결계석이 목적이
That quest line took me 3.5 hours, by the way. That was with teleporting all over the place.
요새를 노리려는 움직임을 보여왔기 때문에 우리도 당연히 요새를 노리는 이유는 결계석 때문이라고 생각했지.
I did read everything, but still 3.5 hours.
생각인 줄 알았건만 그들의 생각은 달랐던 게지. 결계석은 상관없이 그저 진용과 함께 요새를 부수려는 걸세.
대체 왜 그렇게까지 해서 요새를 노리는 건데?
그걸 이해할 수가 없네. 그들에게 요새의 결계석 이상의 뭔가가 있다는 건가? 어쨌든 진용이 이곳에 온다면 본래 목적이 아니더라도 결계석은 무사하기 힘들 걸세.
그렇다는 건
운 좋게 여기서 진용 하나를 죽이더라도 오르비스는 남은 진용들과 맨몸으로 싸우는 것과 다름없네.
그럼 뭐야? 우리가 지금까지 한 게 다 헛수고였다는 거야?
그건 아닐세. 이유는 모르겠지만 그들은 요새를 노린다는 점을 계속해서 강조했지. 그들에게도 뭔가 중요한 게 있다는 거니 이번이 마지막 공격일 걸세. 대신 그만큼 쉽지 않을 테지.
그럼 이번만 넘긴다면 방법이 있지 않을까요? 지금 저희가 포기해버리면 많은 사람이 다칠 거예요. 일단 지금이라도 최선을 다해서 막아보죠. 저희가 도와드리겠습니다.
잘 말했다, 리오타! 설마 6영웅의 이름이 아깝게 여기서 포기할 생각은 아니겠지?
자네는 내 생각보다 심지가 굳은 친구였군. 내 마지막은 이미 정해두었다고 했던 것 기억하나? 나는 아직 죽을 생각이 없네. 그러니 포기할 생각도 없지.
습격이다! 마물들이 요새로 몰려온다!
그러니 나와 함께 이 요새를 지켜주게.
Actual cutscene. Holy shit. Oh, there's that boss that I found.
젠장, 엄청나게 몰려오잖아.
먼저 요새 내부의 마물부터 처리를.
루벤스 놈한테 이런 말은 못 들었는데 이렇게 재밌는 놈이 기다리고 있다는 걸 말이야. 나는 진룡 가오론이다. 이놈이 검성이냐?
That's Ganondorf. You can't confuse me otherwise.
인간 치고는 패기가 있군. 좋다. 어디 날 즐겁게 해보거라.
Black screen? Oh, game. Oh, it fully bugged out. Hold on, let me see if is this actually like fully bugged out? Display depth. It fully bugged out. I'm gonna have to relaunch. All right, cool. Unless I can find like another trigger to initiate a camera switch. But it doesn't look like I can. I can try exiting backwards. Hold on, let me try exiting backwards. It doesn't look like it wants to open. Oh, it is opening. Okay. Front gate is completely blocked in. It looks like just a failed transition. That's okay. We can fix this. Depth buffer. Yeah, I don't think it'll show me interface on the depth buffer. I think it's just an overlay that completely dies. Because I can't properly click on anything. Let me see if I can okay. Try to remember the interface. It's this. Like, can we exit out? Jumping. Oh. I can't remember the interface to know the inputs to do it on controller either. I'm just gonna have to Alt F4. Oh, wait. I found a fix. Story. Critical purple farm bosses. Mining and squirrel mount. Water mount's pretty good. That just opened Tower of Trials raid last night. Oh, nice. I ended up doing I found crafting early and learned that you can get all of the 5-star crafting enhancement mats from the starting zone. I've never worn anything. I went from this horrible +0 blue gear straight to full legendary +5 on my main 2 characters. I have the break armor on here because break damage, but yeah, I just crafted my sets. I jumped from generic quest gear to full legendary, basically. I'm trying to decide to buy this game, which says better than the other gacha games. Considering the only gacha games I've genuinely put time into have been Genshin and Wuthering Waves, yes. It's nice to just open a game, especially a gacha-styled game, and just not have any concerns or time gates or FOMO from like, oh my god, there's 6 days left in the banner and I want this character and now I've got to play a bajillion hours to get this character and do this event to get these pulls to do this. It's just nice to not have to worry about anything at all. You just do your quests and you get invitation tickets and you get the characters. Like, you pick which one you want. It's not hell. It's still grindy. A lot of the gacha things that plague gacha games in such a bad way doesn't exist. If you want to do this dungeon 17,000 times, you're not going to be able to do it that many times in a day. But if you want to do it and sit down and just do this dungeon infinitely until you don't have more free time or until you need to go to sleep, you can. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. There's no, like, your hunts to do these bosses. There's no, oh, you need energy to do this. You can only gain the loot 4 times a day. You could do these as many times as you can fit in your life. Like, there's no limitation. If you feel like these rewards aren't enough, it's a true offline game, you don't need internet to play it, there's already mods that increase the drop rates and give you more loot. So if you don't want it to be so grindy, just go install a couple mods and make it less grindy. The co-op, I will say, having done the co-op a couple days ago, you can only co-op in hunts and raids. There are some issues. The biggest issue being every time you want to do one of these bosses with a friend, you have to create a lobby. Then you have to either invite them through Steam Friends or through an invite code. You kill the boss, there is no quick retry like if you do it by yourself. If you do it by yourself, the portal at the end, you can click retry, instantly respawns everything, you go back through and do it again. Very fast, very easy to grind things. Co-op wise, you've got to exit, you've got to go back to the interface, you've got to create the lobby, you've got to re-invite your friend, then you fight it. Kind of obnoxious if the fights only last about 1 minute to 2 minutes, depending on the difficulty you're trying to grind on. There's also a small bug with co-op where the person joining just has a chance that one of the interfaces bugs out and your screen goes black and you can't see anything. Other than that, the co-op's smooth. Not much to worry about there. But it's just, I don't know. It's nice to open up a game and just go, damn, that's the whole game. It's right there. That alone is worth the $30 to me.
단장, 에발트님이 순식간에 사라지셨어.
요새를 부탁한다고 한 뒤 먼저 갔다. 내가 진령을 상대하지 못하는 건 아쉽지만 어쩔 수 없지. 우리도 요새 방어전에 참여한다.
There is...
건방진 마물들에게 우리
put that on
용병단의
pause.
실력을 보여주도록.
There is some things with the control scheme that is a little unsatisfactory to some people. Personally, I think the camera should zoom out a little bit more, a little close in for what I'm used to. Again, there's already people making camera zoom mods. I tried it. It's a little buggy. It needs some work. Maybe go check it in a couple of days and see if it's fixed for the camera zoom. Understandable. There is mouse smoothing. So when you rotate the camera, it's not going to be super snappy. It's going to have a little bit of the delay. It'll smooth itself. It honestly, after playing the game for as long as I have recently, you get used to it. It's really not that bad. The other things people complained about for the game, I just kind of see it as people nitpicking because they only played the game for an hour and didn't get out of the tutorial, basically. And it's just like... I get it. A lot of people are mad that this isn't Dragon Nest, because a lot of people just wanted Dragon Nest, but there's so much about this game that screams Dragon Nest. If you've never played Dragon Nest, you have nothing to worry about. But the developers of the game originally made the old MMO Dragon Nest, and genuinely, yes, it sucks. It's not a straight successor to what Dragon Nest was, being an old Dragon Nest MMO player myself. However, there's so much of this game that's just so similar. Unfortunately, the demo's gone. They deleted the demo when the release date was officially announced. The only reason I know that is I went to go play the demo before the game came out, and it had an uninstall button instead of a play button. The demo has been removed. Very unfortunately. Yeah. So, there is that. There is the upside. So this is not actually an Unreal Engine 5 game. It's Unreal Engine 4, which, honestly, good. And the reason I say good is there was just a huge breakthrough, I want to say a couple of months ago, on the Unreal Engine 4 modding capabilities. There was a heavy scripting breakthrough for Unreal Engine 4 mods, and there seems to already be a huge modding scene happening. There's already model swaps, so there's probably going to be a very highly active or highly advanced modding scene happening to this game. And because it's an offline game and there's no, like, quote-unquote actual anti-cheat to really concern yourself with, there's probably going to be some pretty sick mods that come out in the near future. Just Googled it. It says Unreal Engine 5. I don't think it is, because they're using Unreal Engine 4 scripting tools on this in the mods currently. It could be. I could be wrong. I'll accept the fact if I'm wrong. All I know is that one of the mods that I installed the other day was fully using the Unreal Engine 4 scripting stuff. That seemed to work really, really well with this. Unfortunately, out of the 3 current model mods, there is a model that makes you play as Awakened Lute. And then there is 2 of the Fire Girl. Every webpage you see shows Unreal Engine 5. Interesting. It could be. I'll accept the fact that I'm wrong. Maybe the tool just works on Unreal Engine 5 as well. Fully a possibility.
에라 모르겠다. 그래. 죄다 도끼로 두동.
자, 요새 찾아온
All I can say is the modding scene for this game, I think, should be pretty damn good. Because in the last couple days, since launch, there has been like 40 mods made. A lot of them are just like infinite stamina, chests respawn. A lot of it has been making the game easier. Personally, I don't think the game needs to be easier. The note the devs added on Steam about mods? Did they? I haven't, actually. When did they say something about mods? Oh. Regarding mods and save file notification. The team is unable to provide individual investigation recovery support, save up backup thing, prepare any. Okay. Yeah, they're literally just saying, yo, mods are cool, we're okay with this, but if you cause shit to your save file, we're not fixing it. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Good. Use at your own risk, and that's how mods have always been. They've always been a use at your own risk. There's 39 mods currently. So there's global game setting tweaks, alternative Castella armor, all characters' defense value ratios multiplied by 100, craftable fate invitations. Someone's already translated the game into Turkish, apparently. Awaken loot, playable character. Loot golden armor. Unlock waypoints and goddess statues at the start. No fall damage. Stat multipliers. No motion blur. While mounted, Goblin Slayer model swap. Italian translation. Like, the mods are going through it. For sure. And I assume they're only just going to get better as time goes on. Which is nice. Didn't it go extreme on the fan service? They didn't on Dragon Nest either. Dragon Nest was pretty modest until the original developers left Dragon Nest, and then it kinda... Yeah.
레이나님, 결계가 무너지고 진룡이 첨탑으로 침투했습니다. 이건 진룡이 일으킨 습격이에요.
뭐? 그럼 결계가 뚫렸다는 말인가? 지금 이렇게 잡담하고 있을 시간 없다. 마물들부터 빨리 처리해야 될 것 아니냐?
일단 저희도 요새를 방어하는 데 힘을 보태겠습니다.
좋다. 빠르게 움직이도록 하지. 그럼 제가 길을 열겠습니다. 마물들이 모이는 곳을 확인해 두었으니 절 따라오세요.
Oh, the unnecessary camera angle when you're grilling, where it just zooms in perfectly on every character's chest. Yep. That is a thing. Scratching my head. Alright, here we go. I need to farm some equipment, actually. Some like default legendary gear. Am I doing farming the underwater dungeon for the mats? No, I actually farmed all of my mats in the starting zones. I spent like, I don't know, I've been wearing the same legendary gear since like level 20. I learned all of the transmuting into the higher set pieces and spent a couple hours mining and gathering all of the mats and making a full legendary frost set. A little more fan service help bring more money in for skins? Probably. I mean, it depends though. I wish they were... My other small complaint with this game, I understand why they did it. I'm not mad at them for doing it. I just wish it was handled a little better. And that is the DLC mounts locking you out of mount stats unless you buy them. Is it required? No, not at all. However, the fact that you can only get certain mount bonuses if you drop an additional, like, I think I did the math. It's like an additional $40 on the game to get the DLC mounts. I was not a fan of, personally. I do wish that the DLC for the mounts was handled like the character outfit DLCs. That is a lot of mobs packed up right there. They have added stats. They do. So it's not okay. It's not that they typically have stats. I'll show you when I get the opportunity to. So there are, each mount has its unique type of attack, not attack. It has its unique type of active passive that changes how your mounts function. Like the bird specifically, if you get you get a bird, it allows you to do a dash attack, not dash attack, a dash mobility skill in the air. Really good flight, really good management. You need 2 birds unlocked, and it gives that skill to all of your mounts, so that all of your mounts are on equal level. It is like that for every mount type. So the cats give you more of underwater dashing ability. If you get 2 cats, it adds it to all of them. If you get 3 cats, it adds like additional stamina while underwater, or less stamina consumption while underwater, kind of thing. But because 2 of the cats can only be obtained through buying the DLC, the only way to get those additional passives to the rest of your mounts is to spend the $8 to buy both of the mounts. And because there's a lot of DLC mounts, there's a lot of mounts you have to buy if you want the full passive effects to spread across your mounts. I understand why they did it the way they did. I'm not mad at it. I understand they need to make their money, especially from everything that happened. However, that is kinda shit, in my opinion. Why can't my blizzard be that size? Hello? Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Not in combat right now. Oh, I can't. I'm in a scenario dungeon. I'll show you afterwards.
이곳은 제가 맡을 테니 다들 내성으로 들어가시죠.
하지만 혼자서 상대하기에는 숫자가 너무 많다. 맞아요. 저희도 도울게요.
괜찮습니다. 제 마법은 범위가 넓기 때문에.
You've looked in the familiar page? Ah, okay. Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
집중해 주십시오.
그런가. 알겠다. 바깥은 맡기도록 하지. 고맙다.
역시 이 몸이 인정한 임시 단원답군.
헛소리할 시간에 빨리 가시죠. 생각.
길이 너무 복잡하잖아.
이렇게 복잡한 요새에서 다들 잘 지내고 있네. 복잡한 만큼 쳐들어오는 적을 방어하기도 쉽죠. 하지만 그런 장점이 지금 같은 상황에는 오히려 역효과로 작용하다니.
게다가 여기서부터는 길이 2갈래로 나뉘네요.
레이나님, 어쩌죠? 이대로 가다가는 성이...
여기서부터는 찢어져서 움직이도록 하지.
네?
괜찮은 건가요? 저희는 길도 잘 모르는데. 걱정하지 마라. 너희가 갈 오른쪽 방향은 외길이니 길을 잃지는 않을 거다. 나와 에일린이 왼쪽으로 가지.
내성을 정리한 후에는 어떻게 할까요?
길 끝에 넓은 홀이 있을 거다. 양쪽 길이 만나는 지점이니 거기서 합류하기로 하지.
뭐 좋다. 그럼 오른쪽은 우리에게 맡겨라.
부숴드리겠습니다. 이런 곳에 스켈레톤이 있다고? 자꾸 네 차례야. 마무리 번째. 이리 와. 공격 시작. 자꾸 생각해. 앞을 막았어. 자꾸 러쉬. 자꾸 스핀. 바닥 조심하십시오. 깨트리겠습니다.
Casual 120k crit. I don't know if anybody else saw that. That was a huge crit though. Would open this spot here. Okay.
여길 봐! 사람들이 쓰러져 있어! 오면서 본 스켈레톤들한테 당한 건가?
아니야. 저길 봐봐.
저건 리치.
I was right assuming that was a lich.
만든 건가?
이전에 그 기사단장이 얘기했던 리치가 저 녀석인가 보고. 시간이 없다. 빠르게 처치하자.
What we got here? Up against the wall. That works out really nice.
올라옵니다. 나올 겁니다.
이걸로 끝이겠지?
류트! 부활의 주문은 읊지 마라. 부활하면 네가
I love
죽을
this
거야.
team. It's so good.
아니 그런 게 어딨어? 너도 저번에 비슷한 소리 했었잖아.
자, 아직 무사한 사람이 있을 수 있으니 주변을 살펴보도록 하지.
여기 아직 숨이 붙어 있는 사람이 있어.
뭐? 류트, 빨리 가서 치료해 주자.
알았어.
Give me just 1 second. Okay, sorry.
바로 치료해드릴게요. 제발, 제발.
저는 괜찮습니다. 이미 늦은 건 잘 압니다.
아니, 아니에요. 조금만 더 힘내보세요. 제가 최선을 다할게요.
당신은 친절하군요. 하지만 저보다 전하를 칼시온 전하께서 이 길 끝에 있는 첨탑에 계십니다. 그분을 도와드려야.
전하가 첨탑에 있다고? 거기는 진룡이 있는 곳이잖아.
부디 그분을 도와주시길. 그래, 우리에게 맡겨라. 그 의뢰 우리가 받아주지. 감사합니다. 기사단장을 기다릴 시간 따위는 없겠군. 우리가 먼저 첨탑으로 향한다.
That pulling her to go with her. It's a really strong combo. It's actually ridiculously strong. Because the summon can hold aggro for you, and the summon doesn't have a health bar, it has a duration bar. So it can just tank an infinite amount of damage as long as it has duration. And because every Astria works with them too, I was trying her because she's break to see if break characters break armor faster. I don't think it makes a difference, to be completely honest with you. The third can just kind of be whoever you want because the main two just shred everything. Ideally, you would want the Frost Spear guy from Story Unlock, but I haven't unlocked him yet. Because the way Ceres works is her Frost Needles requires you to have ice stacks to do damage. And because everything about Donna stacks Frost, every hit does that. So you do like your ice typically, and then I blizzard and switch out so she maintains blizzard and keep stacking into it. And when I switch out, I go into Donna and do all of the summon damage, which holds the aggro, does a ton of damage. It pulls out the stacks. It also does a lot of armor break very quickly, so there's armor break coming out on it as well. And then whenever the frost stacks are high enough, you can tag switch into Ceres to do the Frost Needles, which just absolutely destroys shit. Ideally, while the summon is doing aggro, I can get it to do the spin tag to switch into the Frost Spear guy to have more of a damage upkeep while the other two were doing something. But for now, honestly, I could do without a third character entirely on this team, and it still perform just as good. Do any of her skill cause airborne? Yeah, the Blizzard does, but they have to be armor broken for it to cause airborne. I would go in here and show you more of the skills for what she does, but I legitimately can't because I'm in scenario right now. I typically prefer Frost teams in general. So with her Master's skill, when you do the block here, it gives you not only block, it also gives your entire party a defense buff for some time. And you'll see the blue health bar on top. It's literally just every time you use a skill, it eats some. So you want to resummon it, use a skill. On spin, ideally, you change out on spin, which can put you in a lock. You dash around the enemy, which causes more ice to spawn. You shatter it, Blizzard, switch out, spin, let it do damage, summon again, let it do damage. It's literally just that on loop. Because for her, you have the Shatter, which explodes ice structures. However, if you do your dash attack and cast ice on the ground, and then use your ice spike skill into it, it converts the frost ground into additional spikes that sustain themselves, that you chain explode as well. So it also does more damage. So having a mob up against the wall and dashing into it to pile all of those spikes generates a bunch of them that you can shatter that does almost twice as much damage in total after the fact if you hit all of them. But there's also the exclusive karma that I don't have for her yet, but I will probably be getting really soon, where every time you summon him, depending on how many spikes are on his back, it will create spikes on the ground underneath him that will continuously do damage to things stepping on them. Which is just even more frost sacks and more damage.
다들 다친 곳은 없나? 네, 다행히 저희는 다친 곳 없어요. 다만 지금 저 첨탑에서 칼시온 전하가 진용과 싸우고 있다고 합니다. 빨리 가서 도와드려야 해요. 뭐? 칼시온 전하가? 서둘러라. 칼시온 전하를 지켜야 한다.
Already have any of the awakenings for Ceres? Yes, I have fully awakened both Ceres and Donna. Dana? Donna? I don't know how to say her name. I'm waiting for the spear guy to see if I would like to add him to the team because he's going to add more frost debuffs faster. But I plan on fully awakening him as well if it ends up working good with the team.
이제야 좀 재밌어지게. 날 더 즐겁게 해봐라.
You can't convince me that's not Ganondorf's face.
해벌타님.
하찮은 것들이 감히. 장난은 끝났다. 지금부터가 진짜 사력의 시작이다. 이제 너희에게 진정한 용의 공포를 알려주마.
Unfortunate. Yo, what's up, Chad? Again, left eye. Every time. Is Green Girl playable? No. That's the I think that's one of the 6 heroes.
마법을 너무 많이 사용한 것 같군요. 저는 잠시 쉬겠. 여기 얼려버릴 것 있습니까?
I forgot that I can check where... I'll have to check later. Should I check later? I actually kind of want to check now because I'm curious. Hold on, let me go here. I also need to heal, because it did not heal me. Hello, where do you come from? Only from Tower of Trials. Okay. Understood. I'm curious. Am I able? Let's see here. When do you get one? The cumulative reward. Okay. So it's cumulative for clearing, or not clearing, but gathering the. Is it clearing? Clearing the star ranking stuff. So I've got 3 out of 5, which means if I did floor 2 and did this within the thing, I could get myself another one of these. I'm actually just gonna do this with an unrecommended team, so that I can get a new karma. Okay. I'm just going to exit so that I can claim the reward, and then I can buy both karmas. They won't be any higher than anything, but I can do this. Oh wait, no, I have to get to 15, not 5. I'm dumb. I'll try. We'll see. I'm just going to keep going until I can possibly get that 15 and get the reward for that. While I'm here, go ahead and use that. Okay. There was a harpy? Where'd the harpy come from?
여기에도 빛나는 색이 있을까? 어서 나와, 차코. 장벽까지. 빠져나갈 수 없습니다. 바닥 조심하십시오. 파괴. 지나가겠습니다. 피하기 어려우시나 버려.
Watching Bigfoot while you watch? What, huh? Documentaries? Oh, okay. Hey, Gigi. That's crazy. That was just floor 5, and I couldn't clear it. Well, I mean, not that I couldn't clear it. I couldn't clear it in time. Damn. 13 out of 15 on the cumulative here. I want this, though. Okay, let's just try something. Let's do this. Second enter went well as ads. Okay. Damn, that's a lot of mats. Okay, cool. Okay, but that just, like, super boosted her damage quite a bit. Might be doable. Am I still food buffed? Okay, let's go ahead and do... Instantly restores 750 and 15%. And there's that. Let's go ahead and just use that. Then I'll wait, guess the minute, and do a self-heal. Actually, I'm going to assign this to here. Like so. Increase maximum HP by 30%. I'm not worried about that. I want to get this floor clear, though. Wait, how fast? Clear within 2 minutes? Okay. So it's kill the big tree dude in 2 minutes with the wrong elements. Let's see how this goes. I'm sorry, was that a 600k? Did I see that right? Okay. That was... What? That was so fast.
됩니다.
That was so fast. I'm pretty sure I hit a 600,000 crit. I need to watch that back. Hold on. We're looking at that. That was nah. There was a moment in here I did a ton of damage for no reason. Where did the damage come from? Because I hit this, then I exploded it. Where? Okay, that's too far back. That was the fail. I got the weapon and I went in. Okay, hold on. We're watching this back. I'm pretty sure there was a 600,000 crit. Where's the switch in? There's the switch in there. There's the ice. There's the shatter. I actually hit a 608,000 crit on the shatter. 608,755. What? What stars aligned to make that happen? That's insane. What are my stats at? Not enough to hit a 608,000. That wasn't like. Let me look. Let me look. I am.
오르비스 왕실과
Those are my stats for her. And they hit a 608,000. I mean, I'll take it. That's probably the only reason I cleared that in like a minute and 5 seconds. Okay, well then that lets me do this now. I mean, ideally I should probably ascend this one, but
현명한 선택입니다.
karma swap to her own karma, and then I guess I'm just gonna pump this up to high level as well. I don't have the mats to pump it up a high level. I need 6 and it's 5. I'm too lazy to do this. I'm gonna waste a couple of these. I know I can just go do the dungeon and have it done in a couple seconds, but
제 마법이 필요하신가 보군요.
okay.
오르비스 왕실과 상의된
Now her attack's 400 higher. Crit chance is down a tiny bit, but that's okay. So now I'm curious. How does this work now? Is it just me or did it get bigger now that I have the exclusive karma on it? It lasts so much longer now. That's pretty sick. It looks bigger and it lasts way longer. And then when I summon him, it gives this frost on the ground that does damage. Yeah, the skills definitely undergo a complete overhaul. That's sick. Alright, cool.
생각보다 입맛에 맞는군요.
오랜만이군, 라이자. 오늘이 내 마지막인 줄 알았네만 자네를 다시 만나게 되다니. 이런 게 천하위복이라고 하는 거로군.
See you right later, back to work. Have fun with work. And thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.
헤발트, 실력이 녹스럽군. 가우론이라는 질령은 아루갈과 비교할 것도 안 되는 놈이었다.
그때는 내 곁에 자네들이 있지 않았나. 그리고 인간에게 세월은 가장 치명적인 약점이지. 자네는 하나도 변하지 않았군.
헤발트, 이번은 어쩔 수 없이 도왔지만 이것이 마지막이다. 나는 이 나라를 용서할 생각이 없다.
라이자, 알겠네. 허나 나는 아직 자네와 한 약속을 잊지 않고 있다는 것을 알아주게. 내 검은 용을 베기 위해서만 존재하네.
이제 나에겐 의미 없는 일이다.
에발트님, 무사하신가요? 옆에 계시던 분은
Gives you back the stuff to select another one. Well, that's good at least. I noticed they do that with gear that you craft as well, if you didn't know that.
자네들이 없었으면
They don't give you all of the trait items back, but you get a majority of them back.
이건 진심일세.
And like the important crafting mats you get back as well.
아니에요. 다른 분들이 함께 해주셔서 가능한 일이었어요.
조금 더 자랑스러워해도 좋네. 자네들은 성공적으로 요새를 수호하고 진영과 맞서 싸운 걸세. 마침 저기 수비대장이 오는군. 그녀도 자네들에게 할 말이 많겠지.
요새 수비에 도움을 주셔서 감사합니다, 에발트님.
아닐세. 자네도 고생했네. 나는 자리를 옮길 테니 편하게 이야기하게. 그리고 자네들만 괜찮다면 전하를 찾아가 봐주지 않겠나?
저희가요?
그래. 아무래도 이럴 때는 나보다 자네들이 나을 것 같아서 그러네. 나는 요새 주변을 한 번 더 살피고 오도록 하겠네. 그럼 부탁하지.
너희에게 꼭 감사 인사를 전하고 싶어. 너희가 위험한 마물들을 전부 상대해준 덕분에 많은 병사들이 살 수 있었어. 그리고 중간중간 응급처치도 해줬다며? 병사들이 다들 고마워하고 있어. 너희가 도와준 사람들도 대부분 무사해. 마물도 전부 정리했고 이제 요새 보수만 다시 하면 될 것 같아.
정말요? 다행이네요. 시간이 없어서 제대로 치료해드리지도 못했는데.
괜찮아. 교단에서 사제들을 파견해주기로 했으니 금방 회복할 수 있을 거야. 그리고 왕성 쪽 상황은 아직 못 전해들었지? 성녀님이 교단 기사들과 이단 신문관들을 이끌고 직접 왕성 주변을 정리하셨대. 덕분에 주민들은 조금의 재산 피해를 제외하면 전부 무사하다고 하더라.
우와, 역시 오네트님은 대단하시네요.
그러고 보니 전하는 어디 계시지?
아, 전하는 첨탑에 계셔. 뭔가 복잡해 보이시더라고.
대단하네. 그곳을 또 가? 나라면 치가 떨려서 쳐다도 안 볼 것 같은데.
아마 전하도 심란하실 거야. 이제 오르비스의 결계가 무너졌으니까. 아, 나는 마무리할 일이 있어서 먼저 가볼게. 너희도 여유가 되면 꼭 다시 나를 찾아줘. 그때는 내가 특별히 아끼고 아끼던 고급술을 개봉해서 대접할 테니.
정말? 진짜? 난 수비 대장님을 항상 믿고 있었다고.
그럼 나중에 보자. 우리도 첨탑으로 가보자.
So we want us to go that way. Boom, boom, boom. I kind of want to try out the new attack though. I want to try out the new Blizzard. See what it's like. Yeah, level 61 seems tanky enough. Yeah. And then when it ends, so if I break it, it'll chase down an enemy. 71k crit on that. It was a good crit. And a couple more down here. I want to try out the summon damage on him. Apparently if I do this, initial damage, and then it does damage over time for everything standing in it. Honestly, it's not as good as I thought it would be. I don't think her karma is worth it. Yeah, I don't think hers is worth it. That wasn't much of anything for damage. It has frost stacks, though. How good does the frost stack when they're in that? Let me check that. Because if it does a lot of frost stacks, then it might be worth keeping just because. That actually is quite a bit. Is it more than just doing this, though? I don't think it is. On third character in the future, though? Yeah, for now, I think it's okay. I think for the time being, it's enough. It's like, what do we got here? Because if I... Here, let me run in here. I'll grab some aggro with this. Hello, Boulder. Because I can summon this here, which does that. Then I can do this, which does that. I can switch. Yeah, I think it's worth it just because of the extra frost stacks it adds right now. And that's like the only purpose it would serve is the extra frost stacks, but it's only on the initial hit, which I don't think helps enough. I actually think I'm kind of torn if it's worth it or not. Because it's not very often I get to resummon him if I'm spamming the spin. Because, like, if I'm doing these abilities, the punch is fine. So the resummon, the spin resets. Okay, so spinning resets the recharge rate on it. Because the cooldown on the attacks, it depends how fast. It dismantle if I wanted to? Yeah. I think I'm going to have to rely on more damage outside of the spin damage. Unless I have the summon ready to go. No, it even eats the summon. So the spin will eat the summon, but it doesn't pop the summon buff damage. But if I summon manually, it does. That doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, that doesn't really feel worth it to me. Because the swap in isn't a summon, it's spin. It's spin or punch. You don't have a swap in that immediately summons it. Oh, I just can get that bug again, where you sprint jump and it instantly kills one of the characters. That's now 3 times that has happened to me. I think it just desyncs the player position. Because it only happens right after you teleport. Yeah. Little strange, but I have access to the raid now as well.
자네들이로군.
전하, 상처는 괜찮으신가요?
괜찮네. 자네에게 그런 힘이 있는 줄은 몰랐군.
그래도 진짜 사제분들에 비하면 별거 아닐 테니 꼭 교단의 진료를 받으셔야 해요.
알겠네. 자네들에게는 몇 번을 감사해도 부족하군. 알고 있겠지만 결계가 무너졌네. 아직 요새의 결계석이 남아있으니 오필리아 학회에서 설계도를 바탕으로 연구하면 언젠가는 복구할 수 있겠지. 허나 진용은 아직 5마리나 남았고 우리에게는 시간이 없네. 아마 이제 결계의 도움은 받을 수 없겠지. 갑작스럽게 왕이 된 후 나는 항상 생각했네. 어떻게 해야 훌륭한 왕이 될 수 있을지를. 그건 늘 내게 무거운 짐이었지. 하나 버릴 생각은 없었네. 하지만
왕국에 큰 위기가 왔음에도 이제 내가 뭘 해야 할지, 할 수 있을지 잘 모르겠군.
정신 차려라! 아직 아무것도 변하지 않았다! 고작 결계 하나를 잃었을 뿐이지!
이건 무려 60년 동안 오르비스를 지켜준 결계네. 고작 결계가 아니야. 우리는 이제 맨몸으로 진용을 마주해야 하네. 나는 아직도 가우론과 마주했을 때 느꼈던 그 두려움을 잊지 못하고 있네.
그래! 하지만 우리는 이겼다! 결계? 물론 오르비스를 오랜 시간 지켜줬겠지! 하지만 얼마나 지켜줘야 만족할 생각이냐? 이육 영웅이 처음 결계를 만들 때 이 결계가 100년 천년 유지될 거라고 생각해서 만들었을 것 같나? 그들이 남긴 것은 결계 따위가 아니다! 인간이 진룡을 이길 수 있다는 희망! 그리고 그것이 다시 실현되기 위해 필요한 시간이다! 그들이 만들어 놓은 이 60년을 헛되게 만들 셈이냐?
자네는 오르비스가 육영웅도 없이 결계도 없이 앞으로도 진용과의 싸움을 이겨낼 수 있다는 건가?
네, 이겨낼 수 있을 거예요. 제가 이런 말 하는 게 조금 이상하기도 한데 진용과 싸우면서 이상하게 두렵지 않았어요. 아마 다른 분들이 함께 싸워주셨기 때문이겠죠. 저는 아직 부족하지만 오늘처럼 다 같이 힘을 합치면 어떻게든 되지 않을까요?
전하, 과거 육영웅은 결계를 완성한 뒤 각자 미래를 위해 다른 것을 남겼다고 해요. 바르두크님은 오피리아 마법학회를, 이세라님은 2단 신문관과 다음 대의 성녀님을, 그리고 아벨님은 용병 길드를. 비록 영웅들이 현재 계시지는 않지만 그들의 의지를 이은 사람들이 계속해서 함께할 거예요.
뭐야? 다들 한마디씩 하는 타이밍인가? 뭐 정 안 되겠으면 또 우리한테 의뢰하라고.
자네들은 정말 믿고 있군. 이겨낼 수 있을 거라고. 그래, 어쩌면 그들도 우리를 믿고 있었을지도 모르겠군. 자신들이 없어도 다시 진용이 나타나도 이겨낼 수 있을 거라고. 아무것도 아직 잃지 않았다는 건가?
다시 결계 뒤에 숨는 거야말로 그들이 남긴 걸 모욕하는 일이지. 오르비스에게 필요한 건 두려움에 떨며 높은 벽을 쌓는 게 아니다. 날카로운 무기를 펴려 진령을 베어낼 용기를 갖추는 거지.
그래, 자네 말이 맞네. 이대로 끝나면 내가 선조들의 얼굴을 뵐 낯도 없을 테고. 오르비스로 돌아가도록 하지. 할 일이 많을 것 같군.
그래, 바빠서 우는 소리도 못 나올 거다. 각오는 됐나?
뭐 어떻게든 되지 않겠나?
그래, 어떻게든 되겠지.
Okay. I'm going to not continue the story anymore for the time being. I'm going to save some more for tomorrow. I didn't really do too much today, story-wise. Probably do some side quests and some grinding off-stream today. Work on some armor sets. Transmute some stuff really quick. Get some crystals. I'll probably like heavily grind some high-grade stones. Make a bunch of these really quick. Own 12 units. I'll need to grind out purple gear so I can get some of these going as well. For the future. Okay. Almost done with chapter 5. I do have access to the first raid, which is 1 to 3 people. Which will get equipment. What's the attack power, max HP? This is also where you get runes. So farming raid could be beneficial today. Possibly something I can do in the future with some people. Yeah, not against that. I will most likely be just grinding out whatever dungeon gets me purple gear. Like probably this. The Warg enclosure. Something in like the level 40 range. That's I think level 60. Something in the get some purple gear. Maybe something to get some like shitty legendary gear as well. I need to get... I either go crit rate or attack power. I think I'm going to end up going the attack power over the crit rate armor. Because this has the 9% crit hit chance. 9% isn't that much to worry about doing a 3-2 set there. So I'll probably end up going for not the HP set. Probably the attack power set. Where is that set? It's the other one. This one. Go for this set. And do the 6% attack power on the 2-piece there. And then craft myself some better frost gear. Probably change this around. So there is that. See if I can get some better stuff here. I'll probably do crit hit, crit damage, and crit damage. And sack one of the crit hit chance pieces. Because the Ascended Karma. Once I start ascending this, I believe it adds crit. One of them adds crit. To something. So I'm not too sure yet. But there's also the runes. What do the runes do? There's a lot of like little things to do. No clue what to do with those yet. I'll figure it out. But I'll work on a set that has a little more defense. Something more in like the 600 range defensive wise. And start doing 3-2 pieces. So that'll be good at least. But yeah. That's actually going to be it for now. I'm going to get myself some food, chill for probably a little bit, and then start doing some off-stream grind. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I appreciate it. I started stream late today because I ended up going to the store. That will not be the case tomorrow. I should be starting at around the 10 a.m. Eastern time, which is almost 6 hours before now. So, again, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are having fun with the game, and I will see you all next time. Have a great Monday.